In this video, I'm going to be showing you how to crochet this really pretty stitch. It's a very simple 2-row repeat which works up to create these beautiful little ridges along the front of your work whilst maintaining a completely flat back. To begin, pop a slip knot onto your hook. Now there is no pattern multiple for this stitch. You're simply going to chain as wide as you want your project to be. Once you have your desired amount of chains, we're going to begin by working into the third chain from our hook. Now the loop on your hook does not count as anything. You only want to count these fully formed chains hanging down below. 1, 2, 3. And into this third chain, we're going to work a half double crochet. Now these 2 skip chains right at the beginning do not count as a stitch. So this half double crochet that you have just made is the first stitch of this row. So we completely ignore these 2 chains from this point on. Now working into every single chain all the way down, we're going to work 1 half double crochet into each. Keep working 1 half double crochet into every chain all the way down to the end. For row 2, we're going to chain 1 and turn. Now that chain 1 does not count as a stitch, so we can completely ignore it, and we're going to be working into the top of all the half double crochets from the row below. Now for row 2, we will be working half double crochet slip stitches. These can be a little bit tricky to get the hang of initially, so it's definitely worth practicing a few, and if you feel they're a bit messy or a bit tight, you can undo them and just give it another go. Eventually, you will get the half double crochet slip stitch down and it will be really quick whizzing up this stitch pattern. So to work a half double crochet slip stitch, ignoring this chain 1 and working underneath both loops of this half double crochet, you're going to yarn over, go under the stitch, yarn over at the back and bring it through, and you will have 3 loops on your hook. Now we're going to pull this loop that you have just brought through your work through the 2 loops that were already on the hook. Now it often helps to lift it up a little bit and put your finger on that loop of yarn that you just drew through and then pull it through the 2 loops on your hook, like so. Again, working into the next stitch, we're going to work a half double crochet slip stitch. So yarn over, go under the next stitch, catch the yarn at the back, bring it through, pull it up slightly, and we're going to bring this loop closest to the hook end through the 2 loops on the hook. So if you want to just pinch it slightly with your thumb as you pull it through, then you want to pull through those 2 loops. It creates this sort of little twisted stitch. I'll show you one more time. We're going to yarn over, go under the 2 loops of the next half double crochet stitch, catch the yarn at the back and bring it through, pull it up a little bit taller, pinch the bottom of that loop if you need to, and draw that loop through the 2 on your hook. We're going to work 1 half double crochet slip stitch into the top of every half double crochet from the row below. Yarn over, go under the stitch, pull back through a loop, pinch that loop and pull it through the other 2 loops on your hook. We're going to work this all the way along. As you approach the end of row 2 and you've worked half double crochet slip stitches into the top of nearly all of your half double crochets from the row below, in this very last stitch you have the top of that first half double you made and the 2 chains. Ignore those 2 chains, just pretend they don't exist and work your last half double crochet slip stitch into the top of the half double crochet only, and do not work into those 2 chains at the end. Now if you wanted to change colour, as I have done in my sample, I have changed colour every 2 rows. To do that, you will now simply drop the yarn that you are currently working with and get your next colour. Place your new yarn over your hook and just pull it through. You can pull your old colour down snug and you're ready to begin your next row. For row 3, whether you have changed colour or not, the pattern does not change, and row 3 is the start of the 2-row pattern repeat. Now all that means is that rows 3 and 4 that I am about to show you are the ones that you will repeat throughout your project until it is the length that you want it to be. So for row 3, we're going to chain 1. That chain 1 does not count as a stitch, and turn our work. Now we're going to be working into the tops of each of your half double crochet slip stitches from the row below and into the top of them, so just underneath those 2 V's of the top of the stitch, we're going to work a half double crochet in each. So just straight into the top of each half double crochet slip stitch from the row below, we're going to work 1 half double crochet. So when you look at your half double crochet slip stitches, you will have this nice horizontal bar, and then the top of the stitch, that classic V that you are used to spotting on the top. That is the part that you are going to be putting your hook under, not the vertical bar at the front. So just working into the top of the stitch, work a half double crochet. You're going to work 1 half double crochet into the top of each of these half double crochet slip stitches all the way along your row. As you approach the end of your row, you will find the last 2 stitches. One is very obvious, and that last one will be a little bit more squashed. Here is the very last one. It's a smaller stitch, so you have to try and get your hook underneath the top 2 loops of that stitch without catching this horizontal bar. So just be a little bit careful with this end stitch here. And you can see that row 3 pushes out that little horizontal ridge from the row below. For row 4, which is the second row of this 2-row repeat, we're going to chain 1. Again, that does not count as a stitch, and turn your work. we are again going to be working the half double crochet slip stitch. So ignore that chain 1 and work straight into the top of the half double crochet itself, doing that half double crochet slip stitch, and not forgetting to just pinch that loop. It just keeps it in a bit easier when pulling it through the other 2 loops. Work 1 half double crochet slip stitch into the top of each of these stitches all the way along the row. As you approach the end of this row, you will again have very clear stitches, and then that last one will be a little bit tighter and a bit smaller. So for this last one, just identify that horizontal stitch and then the 2 V's of the top of the stitch, and under the 2 V's is where your hook goes. If you wanted to change colour, this is the point at which to do it. So just the same as before, drop the yarn you are currently working with and bring in your next colour. Pull your new colour through the loop that is currently on your hook. Pull the old colour down snug. So moving forwards for this pattern, you are going to be repeating rows 3 and 4 over and over and over until the project is the length that you want it to be. If you want to change colour every 2 rows like I have, you can, but you do not have to. You would simply continue without drawing through this new colour. So for a really quick recap of rows 3 and 4, you will simply chain 1, which does not count as a stitch, turn your work and work 1 half double crochet into the top of each of your half double crochet slip stitches from the row below. Do not go into this horizontal bar, you want to go into the top of the stitch itself. So 1 half double crochet in each. Remember to pay careful attention to this very last stitch and work a half double crochet into the top of it. Again, this last stitch of each row will always be a little bit tighter. Then for your next row, a repeat of row 4, chain 1, which does not count as a stitch, turn your work, and we are going to work a half double crochet slip stitch into the top of each of your half double crochets from the row below. Pay careful attention to the very last stitch of the row. It's a little bit tighter and harder to get into. So keep repeating rows 3 and 4 until your project is the length that you want it to be. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Please do let me know what you think of this stitch down in the comments section below. And until next time, happy crocheting. Bye!